Let's go. Video hustle, home 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 hustle, motherfucking hustle, hustle, motherfucking hustle, hustle, motherfucking 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 hustle, motherfucking.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Brent, and this is the home video hustle. Again, PJ had to step out, had some personal stuff going on he had to deal with, so he can't be here today. But I know y'all want to hear just me alone. So I called the Ghostbusters. They brought the trap over to the house. They opened it up and they let the spirit out to be able to talk. People been loving her, so I said, fuck it. We're going to go ahead and do something together. So, let yourself be known out here, spirit.
Hey, y'all.
I let you pick this week's movie. Kinda. You kinda came from behind the couch and hit me with a movie, but it's all good. Why don't you tell them what movie you picked for us to watch?
This week we picked up Pam Grier classic, Black Mama, White Mama.
What made you pick that movie? Because you had a choice between this and Foxy Brown.
Well, I felt like Black Mama, White Mama was more representative.
Of what?
Of me.
How so? Let the people know.
Because I am a black mama and a white mama.
Mixed together. Oh yeah, they did find out last time that you were mixed with like every fucking thing.
Almost.
Because every time me and PJ brought something up, oh, I'm mixed with that too. Oh, I'm that too.
Just most of Europe.
Well, Black Mama, White Mama, directed by Eddie Romero from 1973, hour 27 minutes. IMDb score, guess what you think the IMDb score is. It's out of 10, and it's user ratings.
7.
7? IMDb score 5.6 out of 10. Cost $200,000. You want to guess how much it made? This is like an approximation. I don't think there's an exact number, but there is a number. It's between, okay, I'll tell you, it was between theatrical and US and Canada video rentals, I think it said. So it cost $200,000 in between theaters and video here in Canada. How much you think it made?
800,000?
No, actually more.
Let's go with 2 mil.
2 mil? 1 mil.
Oh.
It says $1 million estimated. Which ain't bad, I guess, for this type of movie.
Yeah.
This was a type of movie for a while in the 70s. I don't know about in the 60s much. Maybe in the late 60s too. There was a thing about like women in cages. It was a genre of film.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much where Pam Grier got her, like her first, maybe 4 or 5 movies, that's what they were. Was those types of movies. And I think her and the chick that's in the movie with her in this movie, I think actually started another movie with almost the same premise. So let me look up Pam Grier. Let's find out. Let's see how much I know about my movies and shit. Which I know a lot, so I ain't worried about it. Yeah, her first movies were Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, Women in Cages, The Big Doll House, The Big Bird Cage.
What the hell?
So shit like that. First big movie of hers that I know personally was Scream, Blackula Scream, the second Blackula movie. And then Coffee, of course, is my shit. Then this movie. Then The Arena. That's the movie I was thinking of that has her and the white girl in the back in it again. And then Foxy Brown. And then Friday Foster and Shiva, all that shit.
So question, these other like women in cage movies, they written and directed by males, right?
I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's check out Women in Cages. I can tell you this one was.
I just assume.
Oh, your assumption is probably correct.
It sounds like some patriarchal shit.
Women in Cages was directed by Gerardo de Leon.
That's a nigga.
But yeah, we watched Black Mama, White Mama, directed by Eddie Romero, starring Pam Grier, Margaret Markov, Sid Haig, Len Borden, Zaldi Jarnac, Eddie Garcia, and Vic Diaz.
I knew I heard that name before.
Which one?
Eddie Garcia.
Eddie Garcia? I think that he was the one that played the cop, Detective Diaz, or whatever his name was. You want to start this one out? Do you want to?
So it starts off with them on the bus coming to the prison place.
The girl's being brought to jail.
And like they're going up the steps into the jail, and one of these girls passes out, and like Pam's all like, "Oh my gosh, she needs a doctor."
Oh my God, help her!
And like the white guard ladies are just like, you know,
the little COs. There's one in particular that's an asshole CO. Mm-hmm. I don't remember her name. I just wrote in my notes, asshole CO.
And she's like, fuck it, keep moving. And she's like, nah, fam, you can't do that. And then this other brown-headed one comes up and she's more soft. She's like, we'll get her someone. You keep going.
Yeah, you just get your ass in there.
So they get in, they get their numbers or whatever, and then they gotta shower down.
That's right. Cuz is in that shower. That mean CO, she doing the Norman Bates psycho move. She inside this little closet that's right outside the shower, which you know should tell you something. It's you know, a little shady going on.
Very obvious.
She walks in there and was peeking through the hole at the girls in the shower, and then one of the girls picks up a water hose and starts spraying water on all the girls' breastises, and then they start playing. And I think Pam Grier and you know, what are their actual names? Their names in this movie, Pam Grier's name is Lee Daniels. And that fucked me up because you didn't know though, right? You don't know who Lee Daniels is, right?
Not at all.
He did. You remember a movie came out called Lee Daniels the Butler or something?
Yeah.
Lee Daniels.
Oh.
There you go. It's in the title.
Oh. I watched that movie. I cried.
You cried?
Yes, it was emotional.
Was it now?
Yes.
I was going to say it was boring.
You hate it.
I hate it. I'm just talking shit. I ain't even watch. I just the trailer looked boring.
He don't like emotional shit.
They know. This is episode 53.
But I got you to watch Tuck Everlasting with me.
Yeah, and you know what I thought about that?
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, they already know because they heard the Dolomite episode. If you haven't, hey, go back and listen to it. I think that was your first episode too.
Because you was poking the bear.
That's right. Lee Daniels wrote. He directed The Butler and Precious. Those are the two movies I actually know. And he directed 3 episodes of Empire, and he directed 3 episodes of Star, and I think he also created those 2 shows too.
Yeah, I can't with Precious.
You don't fuck with Precious? I ain't never watched it.
Like it's I don't know. Makes you feel a lot of different emotions.
So that name, that's easy to remember. I'll be able to remember that name because it's Lee Daniels. Then the white girl's name in the movie is Karen Brent, which for obvious reasons is easy to remember because hey, my name's Brent too. So anytime they called her name and they said Brent, I kept looking up at the TV like an asshole, like they were actually calling my name. So you got Lee and Karen. They're in the shower, like I said, but the other girls are playing around with the water hose. They're just kind of washing up and not paying attention. Girly, them evil CO, is in their Norman Bates spot and they're playing with the kitty cat, going hard, about to hit that orgasm. She's like twitching, breathing all hard. And then the other CO comes in there and is like, yo, shower time is over. Girly in there gets that orgasm ruined. She mad as fuck. She comes out, but the other girl know what's going on, so she's just waiting on her. When she come out, she's like, yeah, you have fun in there or something like that. The girl is like, fuck you, and walks away.
Girl go to the bunks, right?
Yeah, girl is in the bunks, and they're smoking, I guess weed, because when cops come later, they hide the shit.
Like they had little spliffs.
Yeah. The rolling paper joints, they're little tiny ones.
Yeah, and one girl tells him like pretty much, you know, you can get anything you want if you got the right connections.
Or if the evil CO like you.
Yeah.
Make life a lot easier in this motherfucker.
Well, she does that after she says that after Lee gets called. Like, cause when the guards comes in and it's like, yo, Lee, come on. She's like, what, man? Like,
she's like, get your black ass out of bed.
Like, just, yeah. That's when
she don't actually say that.
Girlie starts giving, like, spilling the tea and like, yo, you know, if the CEO fucks with you, the blonde-haired evil one that was playing with her kitty cat earlier, if she fucks with you, you know, makes life easier here for you. Like, I used to be one of her favorites, but she got bored with me. And then, because to Lee's and
before you cut, though, I'm very curious about, you said a phrase, and I've always wondered where the fuck it originated from. What the fuck does spilling the tea come from? That just happened one day. That's like when girls start saying on fleek. Like, where does this shit originate from? In
my opinion, honestly, I think it dates back to like older time, or maybe even in England, where people like girls have their little tea parties, and back in early American time, women would have their little tea parties. They get together and gossip. But
it just happened recently out of nowhere though. That phrase just popped. I was just wondering where that originated from, like in recent like pop culture.
I mean, I think that it's been around long. I've heard it for a long time before. I've heard an older lady say it. I think things, because you know, like how things just recycle and get popular. Like now, 90s shit is popping again. Like older shit just be popping. Pretty much, people are gonna start saying the bomb and all that.
I still say that. I don't care.
You old.
That shit the bomb, yo. I don't care. I'm a 90s baby anyway. So I talk 90s shit.
And 90s lingo.
That's right. What the fuck happened next year?
We digress.
Yeah,
Lee is in the office.
yeah, Pam Grier got taken away by the evil CO. Evil CO trying to get some puss, trying to secure that shit. It don't happen.
Lee not feeling it.
So she was like, well, she was, what did have, because Pam Grier, I keep calling her Pam. Fuck it. Pam Grier keeps talking mad shit back to her. And Girly is like, oh, I know what you like. And she starts putting on some gloves. And she smacks the fuck out of Pam Grier.
Trying to be like dominatrix shit.
And she's like, oh, you must like the rough stuff. She smacks her like 2 times, and the other CO comes in there and is like, yo, what is you doing? Pam Grier, get your ass back to your cage or whatever.
Yeah, of course we have that white girl tears section.
Not a fan of the white woman tears.
No, because you know that whole cookout bullshit and white woman tears have been
barbecue
used.
Becky.
Yeah, that shit's been used so many times to kill black people, to justify what they've done to black people. So that, yeah. Plus, you know, like when you're an older sibling, you have little sisters who cry on purpose and shit, and you be wanting to slap the fuck out of them because it's fake, and you like why do people do that dumb shit? Like I feel you a hoe.
Because they know it works for them.
If you do that shit, you a hoe. I don't care. I never, even as a kid, I never did that fake crying shit. If you fake cry ever, you a hoe.
I love my little brother, but man, he used to get me fucked up all the time. I'd be playing the game, and I'd be beating his ass or something, and then he'd be mad, or he'd be like, oh, or after I beat him a few times, like, I want to play something else. I'd be like, no, I'm playing this. Be mad because you lost. Go run to mom and crying and shit, and then she make us both have to turn the game off, and he'd be sitting there looking at me all funny and shit, and I'd be about ready to beat his ass.
Those siblings are the special type of little demons.
Little shit kids.
I love mine. I have 4, but man, Lord Jesus.
Got 2.
You lucky.
They're all little shit kids when they were younger.
Well, yours, you don't have that much of an age gap between yours.
Nah, not really.
So you lucky. Well, maybe you unlucky because the older I was, the less I had to deal with them.
I about to say,
They
I
still
had to deal with
growing
them for a long time.
Mine's still growing up. They still in elementary school and I ain't even got to deal with them.
Went from being older when my brother was little, choking him in corners and shit, to now I food talk to him almost every day. He's the person I talk to the most besides you and PJ.
I don't really talk to any of my siblings. They only hit me up when they need stuff or want something.
That's how I be sometimes.
Every now and then I'll get the I miss you, sis, but mostly it's just I want something.
I miss you. Can I get $20?
Right.
$20?
Are you coming for Christmas? You know what? No, I'm gonna come during a non-gift giving holiday. How about that? Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna come on Memorial Day, motherfucker.
Right. You miss me so
President's
much, right?
Day.
I ain't quit.
Oh man, what the fuck happened next? Oh, they out working in the field. Karen and now getting swooped up by the evil CEO, but she with it. She like, fuck it, I'm gonna make this life easy. They don't show what happened, but it's, you know, very much like, yo, she went and, you know, probably, I don't know if she got her shit ate or she ate old girls. I don't know how that works. I don't know
It
how
could have been both.
Could have been both. They might have been in there scissoring or something.
That's what, you know what I heard? See, even though I am part of the LGBT community, I'm not that experienced with females. But I heard from other lesbians and bisexual women that scissoring doesn't happen very often.
I just found out recently what the fuck that even was.
You didn't know what scissoring?
I don't do that shit.
Obviously, you a nigga like.
I don't do that shit. Jazz from High Expectations told me what that meant because I was listening to their podcast and they were talking about. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it meant exactly what I figured it meant, but I'm just like, oh, it's really, that's what it is, huh?
Do you know what
does that
pegging
work?
is?
What is it?
Pegging?
Pegging is when you like stick some of my booty, right?
Mostly it's referred to guys getting toys.
You know how I know that shit? Because of the
Jazz.
first. No, because of the first Deadpool movie.
Oh. I mean, pegging is becoming popular. Guys are liking it.
I'm straight on that.
You don't have to be gay.
I'm straight on that though. Between you and Jazz, keep trying to have me put shit up my butt, man. Like,
I'm not trying to put anything up your butt.
Alright, good, because it's not happening.
Good.
Like Kumo D said in the song "Go See the Doctor" from I think the year 1983, and I quote, "Ain't nobody sticking nothing in my butt."
What if I got you one of those cute little things that had like the tail attached to it? I've seen those. Those look cute. I kind of want one just because because the tail thing looks cute. But I'm like, I'm not really a fan of that butt stuff either. But it looks cute. They got gem ones too, where you can have like gems.
You running around with a fucking tail coming out your asshole.
It would be cute. Oh, black mama, white mama, guys talking about tails and butts.
Yeah, I know, right? And you was one mad at me for the thing last week. You out here talking about your butt and tails and shit.
Okay, you was talking with Jazz about what you would have put up your butt.
That's because she kept asking those fucking questions every time we put questions out there.
So why can't I ask you or talk about the
You
stuff
can talk about it. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell her all the time. Ain't nothing going up my butt.
I don't want to put nothing up your
Except
butt.
toilet paper when I wipe my ass.
Or the doctor's finger when you gotta get your prostate checked.
I got about 20 more years or so on that. Maybe 10, 15. Let's get this shit over with quick.
You wanna play doctor, babe?
Now back to the movie now.
I'm gonna quit. Okay, anywho, back to the. So she was
I don't know where the fuck we were at no more.
The white girl went with the CEO.
Oh, she went to CEO. When they came back, Pam Grier was salty about it. She's like, we all had to cover for your work because you was in there doing your scissor and shit or whatever the fuck you was doing. And so they get into a fight.
Food fight.
Huh?
Food fight.
Was it a food fight?
Well, it started off as a food fight.
Oh,
Pam
yeah,
threw
that's
her
right.
stuff in her soup.
Yeah, they were at lunch, that's right. And they started fighting. The other CEO was like, oh, okay, y'all on that bullshit. Y'all gonna go out into the oven. And the oven is basically a big-ass metal box out in the sun. And they squeezed them in there, and of course it's hot, so if you touch it, it's probably burning them. Mm-hmm. So they trying to stand completely still so that they titties and ass and shit don't rub up against the metal part. Mm-hmm. But they in there beefing, so they're like bumping each other into the fucking shit for a second. So they finally realized, yo, we should stop doing that.
And the thing is, it was weird because like from like certain shots of it made it look like it was so much bigger. Like it made it look like it was a tower, and then you get all up on it, and it's just like a closet.
You know how because they filmed it like from like kind of lower instead of filming it straight on, you film it lower. Yeah. Anytime you want to make something like seem bigger or like more powerful, you kind of film it from a low angle and shit.
Yeah, I caught that after they pulled up on it, and I was just like, I'm mad because I thought it was bigger. It don't seem as scary anymore.
Just big enough to fit their asses in there.
Right.
And I think the next day they talk about they're going to transfer them to like an even worse prison or an actual like, so they're just like some little country ass jail. Oh yeah, because the whole movie I was trying to figure out where the fuck they're at. They're like on an island somewhere. I read that it's filmed in the Philippines, but the fucking cops that come later have a badge that says like San Juan, right? Mm-hmm. And that's Puerto Rico, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess it's filmed in the Philippines. There's a bunch of Filipino actors, but it's supposed to be in fucking Puerto Rico. I don't know. I guess that's what maybe I'm thinking too much about it. It's an island.
Shout out to
that's
all
you
Puerto
need to know.
Friends.
Huh?
So shout out to all my Puerto Rican friends.
There you go. But they supposed to be getting moved to another prison, so they chain them together and they're transporting them.
Because this is the thing, white girl is a revolutionary.
Yeah.
And Pam Grier, she's like booed up with the like
the biggest drug dealer on the island because she stole some money from him. Pam Grier fucked with the drug dealer long enough to steal some money from him and try and bang out, but I guess she got caught by the cops, and so the drug dealer is trying to find her and get his money back, and then girly Karen is trying to meet back up with her little militant guerrilla homies, and so they're out there trying to find her. So you got the drug dealers and the guerrillas out there in the mist trying to find them. Did y'all get that reference? Gorillas in the Mist, Ice Cube shit, Paris, not even you. Fuck y'all, man.
Hey, I'm trying to learn Ice Cube for you.
Hey, for me. You should be doing that for you, girl.
You know who my person is.
Who, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, Michael Jackson. Yeah, I know.
Why'd you get that look on your face at first, like?
Oh, because I'm like, who? And I'm thinking like rapper, but I was like, oh yeah, it's Michael Jackson. I forgot. Yo, boo.
Mm-hmm. My first love.
6 out of 10. We'll start that argument back up again.
No, we're not about to, because he was wrong. He still wrong.
Yeah, I know you and like 5 or 6 other people all harassed me about that shit.
He was wrong, y'all, and we know it.
No, I really wasn't. I was honest.
No, you were not.
I was.
You have bad taste in music. I don't want to hear it.
Fuck I do.
You complain about certain Motown, and I don't care what you say, but Motown.
I just said all I said was not every song that came out of Motown was great.
Motown is gold.
Like everything else, there's always trash that comes out.
Motown was gold.
Motown as a whole, as a unit, was great. But not every song that came out of it was great.
No, you gotta quit.
Not every song.
It's like the cornerstone of black music. So.
Exactly. That's what I said. As a whole, it's great. But if you start picking at every individual song, not all those are great.
Oh yeah, but it's one of those things that we just accept. And even though it might have some fuck ups, we just say it's like, it's the bomb throughout because it is what it is.
Oh yeah, when you talk about Motown, it was all good, but there was just certain songs you were playing and you were like, what about this one? I'm like, I don't like that song. Because there's certain artists that I'm just not a big fan of from Motown. Like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gonna make me? Why you gonna make me try to make people mad now? I already know people are gonna be mad at me.
I'm gonna steal your fans from you. Build my own fan base. No, I'm messing with you.
Listen to the Spirit Hustle.
I barely have time to do what I do now. I don't have time to do a podcast.
Is it bad that I got all the time to do this shit?
You have a job that like works out to where you can do stuff. My job, I can't do nothing but work.
This job is trash, man.
Man,
So
I'm not
trying
gonna
to
say
get you up
anything
outta
about my
there.
job before they fire me.
Be like, hold on, what the fuck you
said
gotta say about this shit? Hold up.
I was scrolling through the podcast and
Call her ass up right now.
you fired.
What the fuck you say about me on this? They like, they can't do that, because then I had to go up there and act ugly.
You and my mama both been trying to come up to all these.
I've been trying to fucking bust somebody's head for a minute up there, but you won't let me.
No, because I don't have bail money.
I just want to scare him a little bit, that's all.
You see what happens when you be normal around white people? Go up to there and actually try to scare white people and see what the fuck will happen to you.
Look, I'm calling, and it's a legit reason this time. He's actually fucking shit up.
Leave it out in a body bag, and if that happens, man, we have to burn some. Anyway, we're gonna quit talking about this.
I'm gonna be the spirit then, and I'm gonna be haunting motherfuckers.
You're not allowed, but we had this conversation. You're not allowed to die before me.
I'll try to keep that in mind. I'll tell the doctor that, look, hey doc, look, if something wrong with me, I'm not allowed to die. So we're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to do some voodoo or some shit.
We're going out together, Notebook style.
Oh, fuck that movie.
See what I mean? Can't get no romance from this nigga.
You get romance from it, just not in the most
I get
sappy ass
affection.
movies.
I don't get romance.
Not from them movies. Them movies is garbage, man.
We don't work on you.
The Notebook and Dear John.
I don't like their job.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That means I won't have to ever watch that.
Yeah. Tuck
Tired.
Everlasting.
Ugh.
Anyway,
That's
back
a
to
romantic
the movie.
and Disney movie.
No,
Blah!
quit talking mess about my stuff. Go talk, black mama, white mama. Come on.
Blah! Tuck Everlasting. You know what that
Where'd
shit
that
gets?
machete go again?
It gets the door.
Where'd the machete go?
I ain't telling you.
You put it
And you
up
on the
there.
microphone telling people you looking for machetes. You're not allowed to die before me. Yo, where the machete at? Yeah, see how that flips?
Okay, but if it's a murder homicide, then we're alright.
Like, look at this shit.
I'm just
I
kidding.
got evidence, man.
I'm not gonna do that. I love him.
I'm looking for machetes. I don't even remember where we was at no more. You done threw me off now. Talking about trying to kill me on the microphone. And shit.
Okay, so they're transferring them.
Oh, yeah. They
They
transfer.
get ambushed while they're transferring them.
Yeah, they get chained together. They get ambushed by... Who the fuck ambushes them?
It's the gorilla people.
Oh, yeah, the gorillas. They come out the mist. Because they're trying to get Girly Karen. And, I think... What the fuck happens? Like, a bunch of the extra police come.
Yeah.
Police backup, escorts, whatever. They come, start chopping, so the gorillas got to bang out.
Yeah, and she handcuffed to Pam, so you know they
had to
salt
rock
and pepper
together.
at it.
Nah. Thing is, before all the shootout happened, they were in the back seat and they were giving out their backstories about, yo, I'm a militant, I'm a freedom fighter, and yo, I was dealing with this drug dealer to try and get some bread. So you find out why each person is in the jail. And while all that shit's going down, they actually killed an evil CO chick and they choke her ass to death with the chains. And then they escape. But the only thing is now, see, they don't like each other that much. So they get into a big ass argument about where they going, because Girlie trying to go one way, Pam Grier trying to go the other way. So they get into a fight with slaps.
It
and,
was the
bites.
stupidest fight ever. First of all, can't fight someone you chained to. It's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
10 times out of 10, it's not gonna work out for you. Second of all, they couldn't even fight. They was sitting there slapping each other. How you gonna sit there and just slap? I slap you, you slap me, I slap. It was like a bad wrestling match.
Slap your back.
That's what it looked like. And then, like, minimal effort, and they just got tired out and decided to stop.
They said, "Fuck this."
That was. They could have choreographed that better.
They could have. But this is low budget, Girlie.
Yeah.
Only thing is though, when they stop fighting, they're trying to think, all right, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I think they come across like a church or nunnery. Is nunnery a thing? I've heard
Was that
somebody.
the first thing that they came across?
That's what I got in my notes.
All right.
Was nunnery a thing though? I heard somebody say a nunnery before, but I had never heard that before.
I don't know.
Well, they come across them nuns then. And they must have jacked some of them clothes, or they went inside and took an outfit. They knocked them out. I don't know. It don't show how they got the outfits.
They just got him.
They just got him, and then they catch a ride with this little trucker dude.
And he's all drinking and driving, and he's like,
He
yo.
blatantly just got the bottle in his hand, tipping back, one arm and other hand on the steering wheel. Gangster.
You know, chit-chatting or whatever, and then he sees the chains. He had to hit the brakes real hard because, you know, his drunk ass over here.
He was like looking, he wasn't watching the road, he was like looking at him and like singing or something. And then the girl was like, yo, watch out. And they like jumped a curb or something, and they lunged forward. And then he saw the chains. What the fuck happened to that? Oh no, the girl hit him in the head with the bottle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. And so they knocked his ass out, kicked him out, took his truck.
Hijacked that motherfucker
Jacked
GTA
your
style.
ass. while this is going on, you cut to the big drug dealer guy. He's in his little room, kicked back with girly like shaving down his like toenails or some shit. They got another girl laid down, strapped to like a battery, zapping her ass, trying to get information about where the two girls were, because he trying to find Pam Grier and get that money back. Girly don't know where the fuck they at though, so he tells this dude like, yo, y'all need to go out there and find her ass because I need my paper. And then you also get introduced to the militant guys after that, but that's just their little introduction. It ain't really much. So moving on past that shit, the girlies, they disguise as nuns, waiting on a bus to come. They walk by some shit kids. They do some shit kid shit, and Pam Grier was about ready to backhand that little motherfucker, but they can't do it because they dressed as nuns.
Alright, gotta stay in character.
Yeah. They had some flowers, and they tried to get a little kid some flowers, and he like shoved them out her hand or something. Like, you, she had that look like you a motherfucker.
I'll fuck your little ass up.
You little bastard. They hop on the bus, but of course they come up to a roadblock. Cop comes in there, and Pam Grier is like the only black person in this movie. So when he walks past him, it's a black woman next to a white woman, and they're looking for a black woman and a white woman chained together. So of course they get made, and they gotta knock him out and run the fuck off. They got all the snitches though on the bus pointing. They went that way. So now they chasing them out the way. Now that this is going on, you cut to a guy. I think his name is Captain Cruz. He goes to recruit some help to go find these motherfucking girls. So he finds this little bounty hunter dude. I can't remember his name at the moment. I don't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him the lead bounty hunter.
Look like a wannabe cowboy.
Yeah, it's like cowboy bounty hunters or something. It's an American dude. And so they're playing pool. He does, you know, they talk back and forth. Your boy shooting pool with him, and he recruits him and whatnot. That shit happens. That's the only thing talking about this movie. It's a lot of movie dragged for me. I don't know about you. It kind of went on. Sometimes scenes would just go on and on. It's like, get to the fucking point. Like,
everything drags for you when it's not like like run after.
Probably.
Like,
but it kind of does though, because it's like, even after the point is made, like they have scenes where they just kind of look at each other or something happens, it's like, cut, motherfucker. But you gotta get that feature length runtime though. That's the only thing. Yeah. But I won't say no more. I'll save it. I won't ruin the review. But I'll say it later. So moving on, he gets the bounty hunters. Girls come across a house. It's a couple in there fucking. So while they fucking, they over there jacking the hell out their food. And they end up coming up to another house, and they're like, what? Oh, they find a fucking what is that called? Dude. What is that called?
Oh, a torch blower.
Blowtorch or something. Yeah. She's the torch blower.
You know what I meant.
And they're about to cut the chains off, but then dude wakes up. He was asleep on the floor, I guess.
Yeah, and he's like, where you guys come from? And they're like, oh, we're some schoolgirls who got kidnapped. And he's like, pretty much like, cut the shit. I know you ain't no schoolgirls. And he's like,
what was his name? What's his name like Raul or some shit?
I don't remember.
Because he was talking about himself in like the third person. He's like, Raul ain't no dummy. Or Raul's not as dumb as he looks. I think that was his name or something.
And he pretty much tries to rape the girls, and they not having that. So
yeah, they try to make a deal with him at first. They was like, well, if you help us out and get us out these chains, we can be your friends. Don't you want us to be your friend? And he's like, yeah, I ain't dumb. I ain't got to make no deals. I can get what I want from you and get the bounty. So then he tries to get up on white girl. He's like kissing all on her. And I think Pam Grier shanks his ass, right?
Yep, she stabbed him with something, and then they hear the dogs coming after him.
Yeah.
So they're like, we gotta blow this shit up. So I think they dust gasoline on some shit, throw it in the corner.
And they throw the blowtorch on it.
And bam.
Blow that shit up.
Leave no trace.
The hunters are close by, so of course the little fire throw them off the scent. They find dude's dead body, so like, fuck it, we gonna chill here for the night and pick back on their scent later. But in the middle of the night, the militant dudes come, kill the guy that's watching the dogs, and take the dogs. So now they ain't got no dogs, so now they got to do this shit a different way. So the hunters are driving up the road, and they notice a cop is telling them. So they turn around and run up on their ass, and it's the captain from earlier and his little superior dude. And at first I was wondering, I thought he was like in the back seat sleeping or something, but then you find out when they open the door, he got girly back there slobbing on his knob like corn on the cob, checking in with me and do the job. Lay why it don't make sense. And I was about to say lay in the back seat, but see then the flow is all fucked up, so I won't do it.
Just lay in the back seat while this girl trying to creep.
That didn't rhyme though. Does it rhyme in this song though?
It's close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah, fuck it. It don't gotta rhyme as long as it sound good. At least that's the rule of hip hop in 28.
In the back, not in his head. No,
he wasn't nodding his head. He looked like he was asleep.
pretty much dude turns around, makes him get out the car, and he's like asking your girl, like, you know, which one had the bigger dick. And she said, well, one dude had the 8-inch and the other dude had 4, maybe less.
She held her hands out like, that one had bigger, 8 or something like that. And she was like, little one, she's like, maybe 3 or some shit.
And so he makes them drop him.
Drop them.
And, you know, pretty much checking out they package or whatever, laughing at the one dude because he's like, that's not 4, that's like 3.5.
Yeah, because they even they kind of look like make a disgusted face, and like they kind of look back like, ugh, what the fuck?
And then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do you a favor, help you out.
I'm gonna put you out of your misery.
So he like cocks his gun or whatever, shoots, and the dude starts crying, but he ain't even shooting. He shot the tire out of the car.
He thought he was gonna shoot him in the dick, but he just shot that car tire and was like, don't be following us no more.
Right. Side note, guys, it's not the size that matters, it's what you can do with what you got.
Oh shit. What does it say? It's not the size, it's the emotion in the ocean. Where the fuck that saying is?
Size matters to a certain point. Like, you need a certain amount to be able to reach a certain stuff.
Oh, here you go. Is this a tangent?
I'm just saying, like, I've dealt with dudes that didn't have nothing, and they it's emotion in the ocean, and they couldn't even their little thing couldn't even make it out to the ocean.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I digress.
Well, there you go, fellas.
Just don't be cocky with it.
She made it funny.
I'm so tired of you.
Oh shit, what happened next? Oh, the girls come across this because they're still here getting chased by dogs again. But see, they don't know that the actual dudes they're trying to get to are the ones with the dogs now. Mm-hmm. They still think they're getting chased by the 100 dogs. So they find another little dog, and girly Karen pulls off her underwear and she puts it on the dog's neck and was like, yo, run that way. So
smart
like,
thinking.
Yeah, as though they'll follow the scent the other way that they going. Mm-hmm. And so the hunters, like I said, they ain't got their dogs, and I don't maybe you know why, I don't remember why, but they come up on this dude and that has like 2 daughters or something, and I don't remember why the fuck they go to. I think they're trying to get
with her.
Huh?
He does business with him, and like,
okay.
Yeah, and because he kept trying to get him to check the books because I guess the income.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
And he rolls up on all dude, and he was like checking out, knocking on his daughters for like, yo, your daughters done grown up. And he pretty much just like legit just carries them off into the house, like all in front of the dad, like disrespectful as fuck. And they in the next room to the dad, like the dad's in one room sitting with the guy's people's going over like the books and
looking
like
all nervous and shit,
how much money they making and whatnot and shit. And then you can hear like his daughters in the next room with the dude, they all giggling, laughing and like moaning and shit. You cut to the room though.
Oh, here you go.
This nigga over here giving piggyback rides, and
they're riding him like a horse. They're like on his back, and he's like on all fours, like making horse noises and shit.
Like, I mean, the girls are in they underwear and shit, but you over here giving piggyback, like, that was the most stupidest shit.
Well, I guess that's the joke. You think he in there fucking the shit out of him, because that's what the dad is thinking. He's hearing all these noises. He thinking they're tearing his daughters up. But he's in there like legit playing with him, throwing him around on the bed and like riding him like a horse. Is all this goofy looking shit.
I mean, I think he was leading up to trying to fuck.
Oh, probably. I'm sure they was gonna get dig inside him at some point.
But yeah, it was so ridiculous. And the dad comes back and he's like, hey, don't you want to like look at the books? They're looking really good. And dude's ignoring the fuck out of him, like, whatever, dude. And then they both knocking on the door like, hey, come look at the books. And finally, I forget what happens, but finally he like something happens where he gets let in, and the daughter's like grabbing their clothes, and the dad just sitting there looking at him, and the dad's like handing the dude his clothes and shit to get dressed.
Oh, they tell dude that I guess the gorilla dudes are on their way or they're nearby. That's why he comes out, because they about to have that shootout out there.
And he like just sitting there, and the daughters are like, oh, Dad, you gotta get out, we gotta get dressed.
Dad,
like,
could you please leave so we can get dressed?
I would be beating some ass.
He just sitting there looking all disgusted and shit.
Like, how you gonna let that go on? You getting punked over your children? Like, that's my child.
Like 20 dudes with guns. He all scared.
I don't give a fuck. I'm about to die for this. You're not about to just be doing whatever you want to my kids. No, you got me fucked up.
He said, come out the room because they out there. The gorillas done came. They got their guns. Hunters got their guns. Shootout happens.
Oh, before that, the dude was like, you got our dogs? He was like,
oh, yeah.
Because they look like you.
So then they start bucking at each other, and eventually, like, pretty much all the hunters get killed, and they end up being, like, the leader of the gorillas and the main hunter dude chasing each other around like some hanging clothes. Mm-hmm. And, he ends up popping the hunter leader, the cowboy dude, and he dies. He gets a shot off, but he doesn't hit dude.
Another one bites dust.
Pretty much.
Another one down.
Next thing after this, girlies are walking up the street and they actually see the gorillas coming up in the truck. So they end up finally meeting up with each other.
He shoots their handcuffs.
Yeah, he frees them, yeah.
So they're not connected anymore. They still got the handcuffs on, but they're not connected no more.
But I think the whole thing too now, it's like I said, the hunters are gone. You ain't got to worry about them no more. You still got to deal with the drug dealer. And early in the movie, Pam Grier was saying she knows somebody that has a boat that owes her a favor so they can get on the boat and bang out. But girl, like, y'all, my place is here fighting this revolution. You can bang out. We'll help you get the fuck out of here, though. Mm-hmm. So they go to a little boatyard, but they don't know drug dealers are there waiting on them because somehow they realize what the fuck was going on and they're like, oh, she gonna try and leave on this boat.
There's an ambush.
But I need my money. So the gorillas, they strap up, they go out to that boatyard. But like you just said, ambush, shootout happens. Motherfuckers are getting murked left and right. Pam Grier, I think she gets on the boat finally, her and the dude. Mm-hmm. But as she gets on the boat, Karen gets her motherfucking chest blown the fuck out. Mm-hmm. So she dead as fuck. And did it actually show the drug dealers get killed? I don't remember seeing him actually get like shot.
I know he got murked, but
I know I saw his boy had got murked, but like the main fat dude, the main drug dealer, I don't remember seeing him get shot.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was wondering, did he get away, or we just miss it? Like I didn't see it. It's like a whole bunch of all the gorillas except the three main ones all die. All the drug dealers I think all died, but except I didn't see the main dude.
I feel like he did die.
He did. I
maybe
might have
that's
missed
just
it.
my optimistic.
Well, something happens because like I said, white girlie, she gets her chest blown out. She dead. Homeboy, her dude, the main gorilla, he just gets shot in the arm, and his two boys come and they swoop him like, yo, we gotta get out of here because the cops come and all the ones that ain't dead, they arrest him. The cop is looking around, he sees Karen, the white girl's dead body, and he just kind of looks at it and he's like, yo, I'm gonna get a promotion for this shit, bruh. And you cut to the gorillas dudes running away, and then you cut to Pam Grier's boat going off in the distance, and then the credits come. Mm-hmm. So gorillas get fucked up, girlie gets murdered, Pam Grier gets away, and drug dealer, I don't fucking know. But that is Black Mama, White Mama. Now, since it's ladies first, Queen Latifah told me that back in the 90s. So it's your turn to tell them what you think about this movie.
I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, but the thing that kills me with this is I've had Pam Grier movies before where white girl I feel like should have got killed and she didn't. And now this time,
Foxy Brown mainly,
bruh. And then this time I didn't want the white girl to die and she dies. It's like why?
And they showed this slow mo too, like they showed the squid explode and like the blood fly. They showed this like you gonna watch this,
right? And that kills me because, like, how come the chick gotta die? Why can't the niggas die? I mean, granted, a lot of niggas did die in this, but I'm like,
all the gorillas and drug
but I'm like,
and all the hunters died.
Yeah, I was just mad about that. But all in all, I thought it was a dope movie.
Okay.
I mean, I was a little upset that there wasn't no more, lesbian action going on.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's probably why you picked this one.
I thought, I didn't even know that was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I didn't know that there was like lesbian shit popping off. But it seemed like there was gonna be, and then there never was. Mm-hmm. But I'll probably give it like I don't know, kind of like either 6 or 7, maybe.
You gotta give me 1, baby.
Can we do half?
No.
Half? No. Oh shit.
No halves. Solid numbers.
I'll give it 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Because you know what? I'm also gonna get this shit a 6. It's not one of my favorite Pam Grier movies. It's only the second time I've watched it, and I probably owned it since probably 09, 2010. Back when I was buying up all these movies left and right. I bought this one mainly because it was on a double disc with Foxy Brown, and I wanted that movie. I was like, I might as well get this because it has this one and that one. And I remember at the time not being the biggest fan of that movie. The only thing about I don't know, it just, I'm trying to think of what the fuck I want to say. Almost, it's not boring. It seems like it takes a long time to get to the point. It's just like a lot of times it's scenes of them running around doing shit and the hunters doing random shit. It seems like just a bunch of random shit going on.
I was just disappointed in some things. Like, some things were just lacking for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the thing. It was cool. It just wasn't exciting. That's the thing I'll say. Like, there wasn't no moments where I'm like, oh, like when Coffee, like when she blowing dudes' heads off with sawed-off shotguns, and Foxy Brown when she just cutting motherfuckers' nuts off and shit. Like it wasn't nothing extreme or exciting like that. It's just basic run-through movie.
If White Girl had lived, I would have given it an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't coming close to no 8. I said 6 is about as far as I'm gonna go with this one. It's not one. I ain't never really been a big fan of like the quote unquote women in chains movies either. They all kind of have the same similar type premise to them. At least from the ones I've seen.
What the fuck is up with y'all niggas wanting to put us in chains so badly?
I don't want to do that shit. That was just an exploitation subgenre back in the 60s and 70s. Because back then that was like the titillation factor. It's like, oh yeah, watch these caged women, caged heat. But that is Black Mama, White Mama, Pam Grier movie. If it sounds interesting, check it out. Fuck it. I mean, hey, Arrow Video put out a special edition version of it. So, I mean, you can buy it. I got the old DVD, though, because wanted to watch Coffee or Foxy Brown, but I had already showed her those, so she had already seen them.
We could have watched them again.
Fuck it. I want to see something you ain't never seen before. And I hadn't seen this one in so fucking long. It was almost new to me, so I didn't remember shit.
This is a spirit's never seen before.
Pretty much. But it ain't a big enough movie to label that, though. I don't think nobody probably has really seen this shit before. Unfortunately, maybe. But I was looking up some shit about this movie, and I saw that it passes the Bechdel test. You know what that is?
Not at all.
I'm gonna get the exact definition for it because fucking Brennan and Nathan, they always talk about it on their show all the time. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, Bechdel test. Asks whether a work of fiction features at least two women who talk to each other about something other than a man. The requirement that the two women must be named is sometimes added. That's just like the basic definition.
Oh, so that it pretty much treats women like humans?
Yeah, I guess so. So it passes that test. I think there's a whole section on Wikipedia about this movie. Yeah, feminism and sexuality. You want to hear this shit? Okay. Black Mama, White Mama, despite its exploitative nature, passes the Bechdel test and contains themes of female empowerment. Both the film's leads are strong women. Moreover, Karen Brent is a guerrilla fighter, and Lee Daniels masterminds a scheme to screw over the misogynistic pimp Vic Chang. Mm-hmm. Although Karen is the only female present in the guerrilla force, she is essential to their cause, as she is the only one that has connections to the weapons dealers and only one those dealers trust. She is also seen firing a gun right alongside Ernesto, the guerrilla leader. Throughout the film, Pam Grier is an intriguing mixture of femininity, with a heavy dose of world-weary cynicism, despite the movie itself being somewhat listless. And the strength of both women outshine most of the male characters. In fact, it became evident very quickly that Grier's screen presence overshadowed the one-dimensional roles that focused on her physical attributes and the weak storylines in most AIP pictures. So that's probably all them other women in change what I was talking about. Mm. Her character also escapes from her former pimp with $40,000 of his money, while the pimp and his henchmen are all killed. So they did die. Okay. Not only that, but when the pair is sexually assaulted by Luis, that's fucking Luis. What did I say his name was? Raul. Fuck.
You keep going to Raul for some like Raul is like your go-to foreign name.
Somebody's name was Raul. I know I heard that name somewhere. Well, Luis. Fuck.
You can't have no kid. You probably name it Raul.
Raul, come over here, motherfucker. So when he's assaulted by Luis in his workshop, maybe with the film, Lee stabs him to death. Yeah, these victories of a strong woman over her misogynistic abusers are nothing short of feminist. Cultural critic Nelson George notes, quote, Pam Grier was a cult figure who was embraced by many feminists for her ball-breaking action films. She remains one of the few women of any color in American film history who have vehicles developed for her that not only emphasize her physical beauty, but also her ability to take retribution on men who challenged her. Therefore, Grier brought a whole new character to the screen that was instrumental in reshaping gender roles, particularly those involving action-centered storylines. So there you go. It's a feminist movie for you.
Yeah, I mean, I see it. It's just like the feminism thing, it wasn't enough for me.
Wasn't enough?
Like, maybe just because I'm more feminist than that. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's like, I feel like it was like baseline feminism.
Still trying to get the titillation in there with all the naked shower scenes and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was a very misogynistic feminist.
Misogynistic feminism. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. Making new shit over here. Well, now, everybody's favorite segment, I think. It's time to get back to life. Back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality. Yeah. However do you want it? Alright, I'm sorry. I got some stories.
Solo, baby.
That's right.
Singing.
I mean, had me singing shit on the show again. No, we did it last week. I said we ain't done it in a while. We did sing last week.
all the time.
I do sing all the time. They just don't know that. But I don't know. We used to sing a lot on here.
They know you sing a lot.
Yeah, they know. Oh, you actually showed me this one. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna actually let you talk a little bit about this one. So I think you probably know more about it. From CNN, A white woman sees a black man inspecting a house and calls the cops, but there's a twist to this incident.
So, pretty much, there's a black man.
Oh, okay. I was gonna read it, but if you already know, fuck it, just go do your thing, girl.
Black man who is a home inspector. He comes in and he's puts his sign out, that the home is being inspected. He has to come and take pictures or whatever. And this white lady neighbor is like harassing him while he's doing his job. He brings his paperwork with him. He shows her, the paperwork, contracts. He calls the owner, and she's like, yeah, he's supposed to be working there. And she's like tripping on him. She calls the cops because she don't want a nigga in her neighborhood. Cops come and was like, what's the problem? He shows them paperwork, has the owner on phone. He's like, yeah, he's doing his job. He's supposed to check out the house. And she's like, you want this guy in your house? What is wrong with you? And tripping. Pretty much these cops are like, yo, lady, leave this nigga alone. He's doing his job. We hear any more shit from you, you getting arrested. And she's like, well, just hurry up. Just hurry up. He's like, no. He can take all day if he wants to. He's like, you know what, guys? I just got like 5-10 more minutes to be here to take pictures and finish up. If y'all want to wait here so she doesn't harass me or do anything, he's like, yeah, buddy, we'll stay here, watch you. Like, pretty much a big F you to that woman because she's fucking tripping on balls. And that, police officers, is how you're supposed to handle those types of calls.
Pretty much.
Give them gold stars.
Well, I said it's all bad when you just trying to do your job and you still getting the cops called on. He's like, what the fuck can you do? And
the cops that got called one was a white male and the other one was a black female.
Hey.
This is the shit that would be pissing me off. How are y'all racists gonna be like? And this is specifically for people who are racist.
Oh yeah.
How are y'all racist people gonna be the biggest pussies ever? Like, y'all sit there, y'all call the cops anytime y'all see a person of color. Like, y'all so fucking scared. Like, y'all so superior, but you're so fucking scared. Why are y'all so scared if y'all so superior? Just answer that. Why?
There ain't no answer for it.
Exactly. Y'all don't make no fucking sense. Like, y'all want to sit there and be like, oh, well, we're not the ones who created slavery. That was our ancestors. Okay, well, if y'all don't like black people, y'all can blame y'all ancestors for why we fucking here. Because we not going nowhere.
We brought here.
Right, we ain't. Y'all, and furthermore, even more, this isn't y'all land. Y'all came into our land, and I'm speaking from my Native American side. Okay. Y'all came up into our land and got the nerve because y'all been calling the cops on Native American people too. Y'all called the cops on two Native American boys who were on a college tour to the college of their dreams because they were being suspiciously quiet. So we don't make enough noise for y'all, and y'all call the cops. We make too much noise, y'all call the cops. And then furthermore, another incident where a guy was going to a campus to study with a friend of him. He was an alumni to this college, and he didn't have his alumni ID, but he had his what they call it, Native American ID. I forget what it was called, but it's pretty much one that they give to the people who are Native Americans living on the reservations and whatnot. And that's acceptable ID. That is used to buy alcohol, for traffic stops, whatever. It's acceptable ID for pretty much anything. And he was threatened to have the cops called on him. Like, y'all need to quit. Like, y'all can't just come up into people's home. Like, this would be like me if I came up into your house, brought people with me, like, hey, yo, I'm gonna bring these people with me, and then I'm getting mad at the people that I bring with me once y'all leave, but lock the door so y'all can't leave, and then I'm sitting there yelling at the people at your house, yelling at you, telling you need to get out too. What sense does that make? Y'all would call the cops on me, wouldn't y'all?
Of course.
Okay, so y'all need to knock the shit off. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Y'all can't sit there and be a racist talking about you superior and be a big ass pussy and hide behind. And plus, y'all be hiding behind all these apps like Whisper, the anonymous apps. There's so many racists on there, man. Like, if you're gonna be real about it, be real about it. Because I'll tell you one thing. I'm very black power proud, and I will always be proud of my race. And I don't sit there and have to hide behind that. I don't have to be, I worry about what people think about it. If people are upset with me for enjoying and loving my African American heritage, then that's your issue. But y'all motherfuckers like to hide behind it, and when y'all get on camera, oh no, it's not really their race particularly. Like, quit doing that. Either be real about it or shut the fuck up, because you ain't about that life. Just sit down.
I told you last week.
Be humble.
Deceit word. Bunch of fucking cowards.
Bruh.
That's all it is, right? Racist motherfuckers ain't but a bunch of cowards anyway. That's why they say they do this shit on their apps, or they call the police on people. That's the thing with these stories, happen all the time. And it's because most times though, it ain't nobody walking up to nobody saying shit. It's the motherfuckers calling the cops from the distance and
Bruh.
shit.
They're scared because they know they're wrong. That's the
exactly.
thing. You're scared because you know you're wrong, and then the whole reason why you hate black people is because everything that y'all have done to us should have broke us. Like, black people, with everything that we've been through, we should have been mentally retarded at this point. And we not.
Nope.
So, and I just feel like y'all just so jealous of that fact. Like, and the thing that it kills me too, because there's no, like, y'all create situations for y'all to be pissed off about. Like, y'all sit there and bred African Americans to be bigger, stronger, faster, and y'all mad. It's like I want to grow a flower to be the biggest, beautifulest flower, and I'm mad because it's beautiful. The fuck is wrong with y'all? It don't make no sense.
Honestly, they always complain about black people being all angry and shit nowadays. It's like you wonder why, motherfucker.
We just need to take the racists, send them off to a different planet, let them colonize that shit, let them. But not
They were trying to. Remember that shit? Talking about going to like Mars or something. Or
leave Mars alone. No, they
shit.
need another solar system. Send them to another.
Shoot their ass off somewhere else. Shoot
maybe even another galaxy. Like
you probably haven't seen. You already never seen a movie called Event Horizon?
No, but I've heard of it.
I got it upstairs. It's a horror movie. It's like the spaceship goes off into like I think they go through like a little black hole or like a tear in space, and it takes them to another like dimension or another galaxy, and it's basically like hell. It's like it makes one dude go crazy, and they start like they're killing each other and shit. Send them all over there and let them all kill each other. Like send them all to the Event Horizon thing.
Rehabilitate the ones you can, but the rest of them, because some people stuck in their ways.
That's right. I got a local story now, and it hits close to home for me because it has to do with my high school. Afrocentric. Here in the bus. CCS, Columbus City Schools. Disciplined students accused of using teacher login to change grades. Columbus City Schools has disciplined students involved in a grade-changing incident. The district said that Columbus Afrocentric student obtained the teacher's login for an online learning program. It is said that the student changed the grades of 14 students from 6 different high schools. The school spotted the irregularity and fixed the grades. The district would say all 14 students were held accountable. A spokesperson would not say what kind of discipline they faced. That just fucked me up, though. Oh, should I even tell that story? I don't know. This is a story I want to tell, but I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But if
they should be in trouble.
They should be. Oh, they should be, because it's grimy what they did. But I won't say no names. I just know. I'll just say there was a guy I knew in high school. Because there's a thing. They gave us laptops in school, and for some reason, somehow, one of the teachers had like pictures on the laptop that they shouldn't have. And that guy somehow got a hold of them, and he used those pictures to make sure he got an A in his class. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say no more than that. I don't incriminate nobody.
This is the thing. If you're gonna do something like this, where you're gonna go on and change grades, and I know exactly what they did to sit there and for it to blink off. One, it was too much of a drastic change.
Yeah, they'd be like, I got an F all year, all of a sudden I got an A. Like, come on, man.
You gotta do
that.
subtle. Like, okay, if you're failing, just bump. And what you do is what you do it gradually. You don't just do it quick. Add a few points to, the assignments that'll build you up to D minus. Or if you got a D, build it up to a D plus and then a C. Like, have it gradual and small. Think smarter. Oh, I guess, you can't be that smart because you did have to get your grades changed.
There's a reason, yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm not encouraging kids to do this because, I do want to get hired eventually when I do become a teacher. I'm not encouraging any future students of mine to do this.
I suggest that you don't have no pictures on your school laptop.
I won't have no pictures, period.
There you go. Don't need the pictures because it's all right here. Sorry. Sing SWB for a second. Right here. That's actually got a Michael Jackson connection too, great. Because they sample Human Nature for that song.
To me, why?
Oh, I didn't got it started.
Tell me that is human nature, why? Okay,
I ain't saying that. I was saying you do your thing. I got a good story kind of this for this next one though.
Alright.
This honored this brave officer. A cop that actually ain't doing no fuck shit. A woman steps out of a car carrying a lifeless baby. Police officer comes and is forced to make a drastic decision. K-9 Deputy Jeremy Nix was on his way home when he was flagged down by a motorist. Deputy Nix turned his patrol car around and saw a desperate mother holding her lifeless baby. The 3-month-old baby boy named Kingston was completely unresponsive. Deputy Nix performed several life-saving maneuvers, but still the baby showed no signs of life. Deputy Nix knew that time was running out, and eventually he was forced to make a drastic decision. He says, I'm not waiting on medics. I'm a half a mile from the hospital. I'm gonna head to the emergency room with the baby. Police officer then took the lifeless infant in his car, put the sirens on and drove fast to the nearby hospital. Deputy Nix ran into the hospital with the baby in his arms, and doctors were able to stabilize Kingston. Doctors say that Deputy Nix's quick thinking saved the baby's life. Kingston is expected to make a full recovery. So a cop actually not doing no fuck shit.
Saving lives instead of taking lives.
It says black parents, black baby, white cop, save that black baby to life. Now that's the type of shit that we need more of. Mm-hmm. One story like that, you get 10 fuck stories. The ratio is very off.
I mean, there's a few things I do want to say on it. Is obviously I don't believe in there being good cops or bad cops, because I believe that the institution of cops is corrupt. Because I mean, American history is formed after slave catchers. When you have a bad foundation, the whole structure can't be sound. But I believe that there are good people who are cops. I have had friends of the family who are cops, and they were good people. But you know, whoever you are, you're gonna carry into that uniform. You don't just, magically put on a uniform. Like, who I am as a person, I carry that into, who I am at Aldi. You know what I mean? So if I was a bad person, I'm gonna be a bad associate. But I'm a good person, so I'm a good associate. Yeah. Contrary to what some people might like to say.
Nah, fuck those people.
But and news does work in a way where it doesn't show all the good stories as much as news. When you turn to news, you hear a bunch of bad stories. The bad shit first. It's all, if you want to be depressed, watch the news.
If you want to be depressed to know if it's gonna rain today,
right? So
I hear about Donald Trump punk ass.
All right. But, it's just we need to hold those ones accountable, because it's not, those fuck-ups and those little mistakes or whatever, or those bad attitudes, they're not just, minor setbacks, to where someone doesn't get service. It's someone's losing their life. And I think some of these officers have a God complex where, because how does it not bother you killing someone and you justifying yourself? Nah, fam, nah. You're not even being attacked. Like, you're shooting people running away and you're trying to justify it. You know what I mean? Like, if someone breaks into my house and they're running away, I'm not allowed to shoot them.
In their grandmama backyard, they ain't running.
I'm not allowed to shoot someone who breaks in my house if they're running away. I'm not allowed to shoot them. I get charged for murder for that. So how do you think that you're okay for shooting someone who's running away when they're not even a threat for you?
Because they don't get reprimanded or nothing happens to them for that shit. They might get a little suspension with no pay for like a week, if that.
It's bullshit.
And then they go back right on the fucking street and do that fuck shit even more. I told you, I said it before in the episode way back, but there was a cop here that everybody knew about. I had never even dealt with him, but I heard about him because his reputation was that strong. All he did was go around and fuck with everybody. I don't know if he's still doing it or not, because I don't really hang around with a lot of people I used to hang around with, so I don't be hearing that shit like I used to. But yeah, that said, it be motherfuckers that get in trouble, go right back onto the street again. And then the shit you was talking about, like you said, with the overseer thing, it's like KRS-One has a song called Sound of the Police. Woo! That's the sound of the police. There's a part in there he says, overseer, officer. Yeah, officer from overseer. You need a little clarity? Check the similarity. Yeah.
Yep,
that's what you just told me. That's my shit. That's the truth, yeah. It's pretty much the same fucking thing.
You want to listen to someone who spit some knowledge, listen to KRS-One.
Pretty much the teacher. Yeah, y'all see why I fuck with her now. She actually can quote KRS-One with me. I ain't never had nobody that can do that shit. It's the truth. It's the same thing, different title.
True.
Or you can listen to Ice Cube. You got a song called Good Cop, Bad Cop. Talks about a lot of that shit too. That's the thing. A lot of songs are just general, like fuck the police. But like with stories like that, when not all of them are bad, the majority of them are bad. And that's why I like songs like Good Cop, Bad Cop, because it differentiates that shit a little bit more. I know cops, and they've been cool. I ain't never had no beef with them. They ain't never did no fuck shit or nothing like that. But you're not gonna hear, like you said, you're not gonna hear about them. Nobody congratulates anybody on the good shit. They just want to get the bad shit, because that's the bigger scoop. That's the bigger story. That's what I was watching a little Black Panther documentary, and they were talking to Bobby Seale, the dude that started that shit. And he was saying one of the mistakes the Black Panthers made back in the day that he would go back and change if he could was that they were too militant, like carrying the guns around and shit. He said black people nowadays have a weapon way better than any gun they ever could have carried around. He says that motherfucking cell phone. So that cell phone to get you out of more shit than that gun ever will. Because you can see, you can post the videos up and show everybody what's going on. You can have fucking proof.
I mean, sometimes that cell phone don't stop you from getting shot. Don't stop you from getting
it don't always work either. Because people that be on video. Castile. Yeah, you can be on video doing the shit, and still they'll get off on it. So that's the only thing. So I agree with him, but I can see the fault in that too. Even.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think would have helped Trayvon Martin, a phone or a gun?
Well, that's the only thing is if he had shot that Mark, then he probably would have got shot or been locked up in jail for about half his fucking life though too. So.
And why is this nigga still out on the streets?
Oh man, you see in the news they were saying like that motherfucker's broken. He's like, I can't afford an attorney for some whatever.
Good,
case.
You shouldn't be out. You shouldn't be free. You should. Oh my god.
The fuck thing with him is that ever since he got off on that shit, he been like purposely doing other shit. It seemed like to stay in the news. Cause I keep hearing his name. Like you would think after that motherfucker would lay low, but apparently he ain't listened to no Snoop Dogg back in the day, so he don't know how to lay low. So
that's fucking a Zimmerman. I swear to God, I remember I was in high school when that shit went down, and I was living with my dad, and I was in a small white town to where no one. And that's the thing, like that, seeing that, because that was like around the Brent, the beginning.
That was like the start of all shit just going to hell.
Yeah, it was the beginning of like the Black Lives Matter movement gaining national notoriety, and it sucked being around so many people who couldn't understand what I was feeling. Because I remember I was watching that, and I started tearing up, crying. And my dad looked at me and was like, "What you crying for?" Like, you know what I mean? But, like, if I had been with my mom, like, we would have been hugging. Like, we would have been having a talk, Like, it's just...
I think I told the story on here once before when that shit went down, but I was actually at work when that happened. And it was the news was on. And I was listening to a song by Ice Cube called "We Had to Tear This Motherfucker Up" off the Predator album. And it's all about, like, after the Rodney King beating and shit and all the cops getting off on everything, like, all the riots and everything that happened.
Yeah.
Is in response to that shit. Yeah. But it was crazy because as that shit was happening... Oh, I take that back. I'm sorry. I'm thinking that was when the Charlottesville shit happened, the riots and everything. And that's when that song was playing in my head. And I was just like, it's crazy. Like, shit just ain't never changed. I'm listening to a song from 1992. And it's still relevant, like, whatever time. Like, what was that, 2016 or something? 17.
And the issue with that is black people, we started tearing up our own neighborhoods. We should have been tearing up their shit.
And that's, Ice Cube said that in us. He got a song called "The America's Most Wanted" off that first album. He said go to that. Well, that's the thing he said. He said in that song he was doing shit in our neighborhood and nothing happening. But at the end of the song, in the third verse, when he went to the other neighborhood, that's when he fucking got in trouble and locked up. They ain't give a fuck about what they was doing here. But the minute you go out there, they on your ass then.
Right. And that's another thing. Why the hell are we militarizing the police?
Oh, was that? I forget what event it was that happened recently. Or I think even like the news and everybody was like, "Yo, where the fuck did they get a tank from? Like, this is a tank out of nowhere." It's like, where the fuck? Why do y'all even have that? Like, that was a big question I heard everybody saying. Like, why the fuck do y'all have a tank?
I do not support my tax dollars. Like, if that's what y'all gonna use my tax dollars for, y'all can't have the shits. Like, there's no reason. You got niggas out here that are so pussyfoot, they trigger happy that they shooting motherfuckers running away from them. You gonna give them a tank? You gonna give them riot gear? You gonna give them tear gas bombs and all this? No, why do they need that? Why? I mean, Ohio, we've had too much shit going on, from Kent State to, we've had too many things going on, to Mirror Rice. Like, we've had too many. And it's not just Ohio, it's America.
The house of this whole fucked up country.
It's the whole world. I'm so tired of it. And you see what's going on in Puerto Rico, how the police are doing the citizens there. Like, it's so... People are losing their humanity for real. And I'm like, I don't know. There's only two options. And I try to be optimistic because that's the only way to keep going in this world. The world's going to end in two ways. Either it's going to end and humans just massacring the shit out of this world and each other, or it's going to end with people regaining their humanity and fixing this shit for once.
You would hope for the latter one, but it's seeming more like it's going to be that first one.
And that's why I ain't have no kids to find this shit out. Hopefully I ain't get reincarnated back to this place.
I was reading a post. I don't know if you posted or reposted after I posted. Some shit happened. But it was talking about like people in our generation not having kids like they used to, all the different reasons why and shit.
First of all, y'all old y'all didn't sit there. The older generation, y'all didn't even pay into Social Security, but y'all reap the benefits of it. My generations are the one that's paying into Social Security, and we're not about to
y'all get ready.
Reap the benefits of that, because look at our economy. Like, people our age, do you know? I can't remember the last time I went a year without having more than one job. At times, I've had up to 3 jobs, and that was just to support myself in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself, no car. I was taking public transportation everywhere, or walking to work. And y'all want to say that our generation doesn't? That we don't work hard enough. My generation is the most educated and the most underpaid generation thus far. And we keep seeing this economy that y'all keep fucking up because y'all like to sit there and protect businesses instead of protecting people. Fuck them businesses. Fuck them CEOs. Y'all don't know who needs that much money. And then you can't even pay teachers correctly to sit there and educate. our generation. So you want to sit there and complain about ignorance, but y'all don't even pay the people to sit there and educate the motherfuckers. Come on now. It used to be to where a person could have a one working parent household and support their family off of that and retire and have a good retirement. We can't do that. That's not a possibility. You know how hard it is to find a job to pay you enough to be able to support yourself on your own?
I'm about to say.
I can't even. I go to school part-time because I have to work. And I can't even work full-time because that takes away from my schooling. I've gone working full-time. I've worked 2 jobs while being in school. And that's still not enough. I live with my mom to help her out with her bills. Because disability and Social Security isn't enough. And that comes from years of racism and people sitting there and screwing her out of raises that she was due and owed. Racism is not just a one-time, that's the thing. That's why we talk about systematic racism. Because people who sat there and were skipped out on raises and promotions that they deserved and that they had worked for and they earned and were highly more than qualified for, now that fucks with their Social Security. So while they're old and not able to work, they're still not being able to support themselves. Because I can promise you that $1,000 or $1,200 a month is not enough.
Hell no.
Most people, that's about
what the rent is.
Thank you. And this whole healthcare and health insurance bullshit, it's all fucking bullshit for real. I mean, I can't afford, I've been on the market, I can't afford this type of healthcare and everything. And it's ridiculous that you would charge people for care. Why is this not a government supported thing? I mean, you see all these other countries.
I would say most other places, yeah.
Right. Like, fuck this, we gotta go to Canada. Fuck this shit. I'm so, like, that's the thing, I'm so stuck because a part of me like really wants to just stay and help fix America and not like because I believe in lifting out the climate. I don't want to leave people behind when I know that I have the resources and knowledge to help that I believe would help make things better. But at the same time, I'm so done and tired of America and their bullshit and the colonized. And I'm not saying that Canada's be 100% better because I mean the French went up in there and Canada was Native American too and the French brought themselves up in there. Anywho. But I'm just so tired of the bullshit on here that I just like. I feel like for my mental health, for all black people's mental health, it would be better if we weren't here no more. And that is just true. Being black in America, you're automatically born with PTSD.
You're automatically born with a lot of shit you're going to deal with early.
Oh man, America, man. Like I just it's like I want to slap some sense into you
greatest country in the world.
It is not. Not even by far. This shithole.
Oh, you want to know how much of a shithole it is? You know what else happened this week, right? Texas governor, 10 killed, 10 wounded in the next school shooting. I saw a stat. I don't remember the exact numbers no more, but it was like all these other countries and shit. It was like how many school shootings they've had in like the last, 10 years or so? Or it might not even been 10 years. It might have been just the last few years. It was all these other countries, it was like 1. It was like 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 5, 5, 5. Then it came to America and it was like 286 or some crazy number.
I'm sure it's been more than that because like...
Oh, I'm sure, depending on how far back you look at it.
Why do we let people have assault rifles? Why?
You don't need Second Amendment rights.
No, you don't need an assault rifle to hunt. First of all, you won't want an assault rifle to hunt.
Yeah, you don't want to be shot with bullets all in your meat and shit.
Right, you're not going to be able to eat the shit. Second of all...
Lead dinner.
Second of all, you're talking about, we need our guns to protect ourselves, and because the idea is to be able to keep your ammunition.
We need to protect ourselves, and motherfuckers running around with submachine guns and shit.
To overthrow the government if necessary, which is something thrown in the Constitution or whatever. But furthermore, our government has missiles. We have atom bombs. Do you think your little AR is gonna stand up to a nuke? Oh, I'm gonna stand up to the government. No, you're not. You're not gonna do shit with your little AR.
That ain't
all y'all doing is killing people. And furthermore, I do not support these people. I mean, you keep seeing people with domestic violence cases. If you have domestic violence cases, you don't get no damn AR. You don't get no guns. You don't get nothing. Sorry, no. Like, this shit is getting ridiculous.
Yes.
You have proven history of anger management issues and aggressiveness and violence. You do not need to have any weapons.
I ain't no real they say it's regulations. I ain't no real regulations on shit. This motherfucker, 17-year-old, went shot up all them people at that school. I think it's what he had. He had a shotgun, a pistol, and some pipe bombs.
And they need to quit with this whole, felons aren't allowed to get guns because background. No, y'all still have private gun shows. People are still selling privately because, trust me, I know felons with guns. It don't work. Do something about it. Because that's the thing. These motherfuckers don't care until it's them. If y'all, you know what? Instead of shooting up these schools, never mind.
I'm
going to stop because I end up having people. But the people in charge of making a change, if they were the ones having to deal with it, if it was their kids or if it was them getting shot up, I bet you
Somebody went and shot all the senators' kids' schools and shit.
Well, one time there was something going on with their, I think it was like senators, Congress, something. They had some baseball game going on and they was getting shot up.
Oh shit!
And they still ain't made no damn gun laws.
Because they don't have to give up their shit.
Because it's all about fucking money and greed. Like, I promise you, money.
Of course, that's why we don't have free healthcare.
It's not real. Money is not fucking real. People, yeah, I understand money is real. Yeah, you gotta pay your bills and tax and all that shit. Yeah. But really, it's not. It's a fucking man-made concept. It's bullshit. Like, it's not a natural organic resource. It's not a necessity to live. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous that we sit there and we made it's like
it makes the world go round, baby.
Fuck that shit. Like, I'm so like, man, the love of money is the root of all. That's one thing that I do take away from the Bible that I completely agree with, is the love of money is the root of all evil.
Oh, always. It's always what the fuck is behind evil shit.
And not even all evil. It's like 98%
Except for the most part, yeah.
And so, fucking, man, humans, y'all getting on my nerves. I really can't stand y'all.
Let me read this real quick. I'm gonna let them know what popped off. Sheriff says 17-year-old suspect Demetrios Pagaruzzi, whatever the fuck your last name is, I don't care, in the fatal shooting of at least 10 people at this Houston area high school is being held on a capital murder charge. Friday, a judge denied bond for him. This was his first court appearance via closed-circuit video from the Galveston County Jail. Judge also took his application for a court-appointed attorney. He did not enter a plea at the hearing. He posted an image on Facebook of himself wearing a Born to Kill shirt and used his father's shotgun and pistol in the attack. A motive wasn't immediately clear. It is not known whether the father knew his son had taken him. Authorities urged parents nationwide to lock away their guns to keep them away from children. Governor Greg Abbott said both weapons were owned legally by the suspect's father. The same Facebook profile described the kid as planning to enter the U.S. Marine Corps next year, but the Marine Corps told the Associated Press it has reviewed his records and found no one by that name is either a recruit or a person in their delayed entry pool. The governor also told the press the early investigation showed no prior criminal history, no arrests, no confrontations with law enforcement. He's being held without bond in the county jail. 10 people killed, 10 more wounded during the shooting. He called Friday's shooting one of the most heinous attacks that we've ever seen in the history of Texas schools. He says explosive devices, including a Molotov cocktail that had been found in the shooter's home and a vehicle as well as around the school nearby. The governor says the suspect originally intended to commit suicide but gave himself up and told authorities that he didn't have the courage to take his own life. Like I said, fucking cowards. Abbott said there are one or two other people of interest being interviewed about the shooting. The Associated Press reached out to the phone at a number associated with the family. The woman who answered the phone declined to speak. She said, "Give us our time right now. Thank you." Yeah, so just a lot of that fuck shit happened. I'm sure everybody done heard about it by now.
And this is another thing. If you're a parent of a student who decides to do something like that, then I feel like you need to be charged too. Because if you're
I'm sorry. You go ahead. I just found another tweet.
If you're going to be having firearms in your house, then you need to be watching your children. Because one, child's brains are not fully developed at that point, and teenagers especially. Teenagers and young adults are very, very impulsive.
Yeah.
And if you notice your child is angry, sticking to themselves a lot, or whatnot, then put the motherfuckers up. Lock it, hide the key, get the guns out your house. Like, because I feel like that's just negligence, and I feel like you're partially responsible.
Yeah. I remember I was going to Walmart a couple weeks ago and I seen a dude, he had a shirt on with his little NRA hat on, and the back of the shirt said, "You control your kids, I'll control my guns."
Fuck that nigga.
It's just like, the thing is, you need to control your kids and your guns. You ain't got to control one or the other, motherfucker. But now I saw this tweet, and it said the Santa Fe shooter was stood up to and rejected by a girl he was harassing, and now she and 9 others are dead. In case you're still unclear about why women are hesitant to come forward about sexual harassment and assault.
And that's true. Guys need to, this is the issue too.
I didn't know that's why he shot the school. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. This is not the only time. There has been cases recently. I want to say maybe not this year, I don't believe, but in recent enough history where women have gotten killed for declining, getting asked to prom and telling the guys no. This is I feel like partially responsible parents too, because when you don't teach boys that women are not property and that we're humans and we're allowed to tell them no and that we don't just have to do whatever they want, and they think that they control us or they own us and that we tell them no, that we deserve to die. That's how you end up with fucking incels. And it's just fucking ridiculous. Women are getting treated this way and still treated this way. There's so many fucking things wrong with this bullshit.
Yeah. I saw another story I was looking at about this shit. Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, isn't interested in people's pro-gun views. Hours after the deadly school shooting in Santa Fe, Texas on Friday, he posted a Facebook message about his growing frustration with gun violence as well as policymakers' lack of action on the issue. The chief also asked his Facebook friends to refrain from posting any pro-gun comments in wake of the recent school shooting. Any individual who refused to honor his request would risk getting unfriended. Quote, today I spent the day dealing with another mass shooting of children and a responding police officer who was clinging to his life. I'm not ashamed to admit I've shed tears of sadness, pain, and anger. I know some have strong feelings about gun rights, but I want you to know I've hit rock bottom. I'm not interested in your views as it pertains to this issue. Please do not post anything about guns aren't the problem, and there's little we can do. My feelings won't be hurt if you defriend me, and I hope yours won't be if I decide to post if you post about your views and I defriend you. I have never accepted the status quo in anything I do and have never accepted defeat, and I won't do it now. I will continue to speak up and stand up for what my heart and my God commands me to do, and I assure you, he hasn't instructed me to believe that gun rights are bestowed by him. So I guess even like I said earlier about the cops, like cops even getting tired of shit like this, man.
I'm tired.
Everybody getting tired of hearing about this shit.
Who is it gonna take? Who has to die before they change it? Like how many? Because obviously it hasn't been enough. Like, and it's getting ridiculous. Like to the point my mom tells me that she worries about me becoming a teacher because she worries about me becoming a fatality in the school.
I think about it too sometimes every now and again. And
it's like, and I try not to think about it, but you know, because I mean, I'm not gonna let these people stop me from doing what I believe. Because if you let them, that's all it is. It's fear. You know, and someone once said, "Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game." And I'm not about to let these people keep me, because if you let them make you afraid, then you're not gonna change nothing. That just proves that they win.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know what it's gonna take, but they gotta do something. And that's why people need to vote. Get these motherfuckers out of office because they obviously don't care about your children. They don't care about you because they're not doing that. And that's the thing. You have to understand when you're getting upset about these gun laws not being changed or anything like that, but you don't vote, you shut the fuck up. You don't get no room to talk. Just like people sitting there not complaining about the president, but you didn't vote, shut the fuck up. If you can't complain about none of the laws, and you can't complain about nothing going on in our government if you do not vote. I'm out there I vote early every single election. Every election I'm out there early.
Yeah.
Like I vote. I make sure I vote. Me and my mom, we have a habit. We go vote together. It's one of our mother-daughter bonding things. We sit there and we discuss the politicians before we go and vote. You know, we talk about who we're thinking about voting for, and you know, we give our reasons why. We discuss the different things going on and everything. And that's the thing. These things. Stop acting like these things don't affect you. They do. You know, when you're wondering why there's so many more police officers out in the street, because the people that you voted for thought we needed more police funding, and thought we needed more police officers. That's why you're getting pulled over more.
Yeah.
So it does affect you. Stop acting like it doesn't. Stop acting like you're immune from it. Stop being stupid. You know what I mean? Use your head for something more than a hat rack, like my grandma says. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Quit complaining about the shit when you're not out there voting.
Keep it simple. Like I said, until something pop off or something happen like that, it's just bullshit gonna keep happening probably. It ain't stopped in no time. It's been going on for the last couple of years. You've been hearing about school shootings.
It's been going on
once or twice a month. Yeah.
Ever since Columbine.
So you've been hearing about this shit way more often lately. It seems like every other week now. I guess like from that tweet I read, I guess he was mad he wasn't getting no pussy, I guess.
Out of all the things. Kids going to bed hungry every night and you upset because you're not getting laid.
Especially when it be like younger kids.
That's an incel right there. That's exactly it. That's people think it's a joke. It's not a joke. That's an incel right there.
So I was talking about this shit with my brother one day. We was talking about this shit. I was like, man, at a certain age, like most throughout high school, man, I wasn't even caring about that shit. I was like more worried about going home, like playing my fucking video games or something. Like I didn't give that much of a fuck about that type of shit.
And why at that age are you so worried about sex anyway?
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't even pressed on that shit.
Like legit, it's not. I promise you, sex is not the most important thing that will ever happen to you in your entire lifetime. And most of the time, it's not even going to be that great, unless you find. I mean, like you have the rest of your lives to be worried about who you're going to sleep with.
You're like 16, 15, 17 years old. Like motherfucker, get over it.
Like you should be worried about more important things, like what college you're going to go to, and or what job you're going to get, or like fuck that.
That's only bad things. I think I said homie was 17, right? So I mean they probably was seniors, so a lot of motherfuckers probably was getting ready for prom and going on college visits and shit. Now they fucking dead because this old no pussy getting ass bastard. Parents helping their kids find prom dresses, and now they gotta find fucking dresses to put them in fucking caskets for. That's bullshit. Nigga just went home and jerked off like all of us did back in the day and went about your business. Move on to the next girl. But motherfuckers don't do that because you know what? They got access to guns and they're angry. So they're just like, hey, I'm gonna just go get my dad's gun and just go shoot some motherfuckers. I don't know. As I said, I don't know if it's just a parental thing, how you raise thing, or a black and white thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a mix of both. But I never thought about shit like that. I never was like, oh, you know, this girl told me I wasn't shit, so I'm gonna go shoot the school up. I had more finesse than that. I'm not gonna go shoot the school up. You didn't want to fuck with me. That's fine. I'm gonna go fuck with your homegirl then. That's the type of shit I'm on.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's just what I said or what.
Yeah, what you
Oh,
said.
really? Hey, but it's not as fucked up as shooting up a school, though. Shit.
True.
I've done that before. Like I said, one girl be on some fuck shit. Like, all right, I'll go holler at her friend. Me and her friend go do whatever we do. And then the other girl probably hook up with some little dude that's a sucker. And while me and the homegirl having fun over on our side, I'm like, yeah, you could have been having this, but you wanted that. So you go have that. And I'm going to go tear your friend up over here. And you going to have to hear about it when she tell you how good this dick was. For real. Like that's how teenagers handle shit like that. You don't just go shooting schools up, man. Have more finesse than that. God damn it. And so now motherfuckers, like I said, got worried about funeral arrangements. Now they supposed to be worrying about going to prom because you was a fucking mark, you fucking sucker. Especially like I said, I don't know, man. When dudes do that shit when it comes to like girls, man, it always drives me crazy. Like when dudes get in their feelings and go be like trying to go beat somebody up over a girl or something like that. I never was on that shit in high school. Like if I'm trying to talk to a girl, she start fucking with another dude, fuck you. It's way too many out here to be getting all this heat because of this one. Especially back in high school days, man. Most high school relationships ain't going that far anyway.
No. Unless you were like me.
Yeah. And your scenario went the way it did too. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of this shit, man, y'all be too head up in heels about this fucking trying to get some pussy thing. Like you just get the shit or not. And you move on to the next one. Like I said, go find her friend. It's easy. It's so simple. Like I fucking die a little bit inside every time I see somebody struggle with this shit. It's like it's not that hard. I don't want to be making it seem like I'm that dude, but I mean it ain't that hard, bro. Sometimes you gotta know if you out your league. Sometimes you gotta know if you can find a better league. You just gotta be on your shit, bro. It just fucked me up when I found out that this all happened. If that tweet is true, this all happened just because some girl denied him. Like, really? You shot 10 people because that's really? You fucking puss.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It happens more often than you think.
Hey, man, look, if y'all got problems before you go to school, just tweet me. And I will give you tips on how to do this shit a little bit better. And it might get you some, and it won't get your ass locked up in jail.
No, you're giving sex advice on the weekends.
I mean, I'd rather that than they just go shoot schools up. Shit, I'd rather you come to me and just be like, yo, look, how should I do this? How should I go about this? My cousins do it. My friends do it. Hell, my friends was doing... When I was a virgin, my friends were asking me advice on shit. I was giving out advice and I ain't even had no pussy yet back in the day. Like, how that work? I had the skills, I just wouldn't put them to use. Because I was scared. Like, no joke, I won't deny it. For a long time, I was scared of AIDS and shit. Like, all those videos got to me. And then I never wanted a kid. Like, this ain't nothing, like, recent that I've come up with. I've never, ever wanted no kids. That's always been something I never wanted.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I know, right? Because I was always, I'm not having none. Because I seen shit growing up with people and shit, personal type shit. Like, I'm just like, I just don't even want to deal with this shit. I just want to get a job, get a nice crib, have all my money for myself. Maybe a girl if I could find one. But even back then, I wasn't even worried about that. I just want my video game collection to be popping. I want a whole room for nothing but DVDs and Blu-rays. I want that. Fuck that kid. For real, though. But back in the day, used to be my friend. I had a friend Jeff, man. He used to call me all the time and be like, yo, man, what should I do? Girlie said this. I'm like, all right, well, text her this real quick. And I'll be like, all right, he'll be on the phone. I'll be like, hey, hit me up. Yo, she said this. I'm like, all right, we'll do this. And then he'll be like, all right, he'll do that. And then maybe a couple of texts later, he'll be like, oh, shit. Boy, I'm about to go holler at her real quick. I'm like, all right. And I go back to playing my motherfucking PlayStation. Like, how am I doing this?
Mac Daddy.
I guess watching all those fucking Superfly and the Mac movies paid off. But it's for real though, man. Like, honest to God, like, those real shit. If you listen to this Home Video Hustle, you struggling in high school, even college. I don't give a fuck. In college, I might dish you a little bit if you're in college having this trouble. But in high school, you developing a little bit. You trying to figure out who you are. Fine. In college, you motherfucking get your motherfucking ass on. Sorry, but nah.
No.
That's how I feel though, for real though. Like, come on, man. When you in college,
everyone has their own times. Honestly, if I hadn't got married, I probably would have been a virgin. Like, cause I was legit.
No. I'm not talking about being a virgin. I don't give a fuck if you. But no, I'm talking about like if you just don't still know how to talk to nobody. And you in college, like you still don't know yet, man. Like,
I mean, I don't really know how to talk to people. You saw how our first conversation went.
Yeah, that's what I guided you a little bit on that one. That's what I'm telling people. If y'all need help, I can guide you there.
Legit, like our first conversation, me and Brent met on OkCupid. Shout out to OkCupid for hooking us up. But
was it a 92% match?
Something like that. Like
Something
we're in the
like
90s.
a high number.
Yeah, and Brent slid in my DMs like on some extra smooth shit.
It goes down.
And I don't. I can be cool when I want to be, but like when someone that I think is attractive approaches me, like kind of like I have that whole like I turn into like mush. Or like I just like don't like I'll respond in ways where you think I'm completely not interested, but I am. And like he was like really smooth. Like I forget everything he said, but he was like really smooth. Like, yo, I see we have all these things in common, and I'm trying to get to know you. And I'm just like, hi, my name's Ayana.
Hello, hi, how are you? I'm responding to your last correspondence to let you know I liked your last one.
like so. I mean. Being smooth, it all comes with, you know, not everyone's smooth. I have my moments. I mean, I'll be flirting the hell out of him now.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they be hearing you say shit if I edit it out. They might still be on there.
I'll be flirting the hell out of his ass. You would think I'm not his girlfriend the way I be flirting with him. But, like, you know, I mean, just take it at your own pace. Sex is not the most important thing in the world. And if you're really that pent up, there are toys and there is Pornhub.
You better jerk the fuck off.
Right. Like, there are like, I promise you, there are clubs, you know, and I'm all across the world that you can go to and meet people who are just down to fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not, I mean, you have to be 21 or older to get it.
Yeah. Well, shit, like, even like you said, me and you met through that damn app, and I only did the app because, so I was curious because this shit was like, oh, well, we can match you up with all these matching websites. And so I like, it was detailed as fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure everybody know, you gonna know what the fuck, because I want to see how this shit works. And I went through a couple people, and I was like, you know, some people didn't respond, some people did, and I was like, and I came across her. And I hit her that message, and I was going through all her shit, and they had all these questions, so you can go through all the questions and see how they answer them. And I seen a bunch of shit I like. So I'm saying, even if in person or something, if you kind of like, you know, because I ain't the most talking motherfucking person either. But you can do shit like that. Like, there's multiple ways to go about doing this shit. You ain't got to just commence to just grabbing a gun and chopping up schools. Like, there's multiple ways to go through this shit. Right. You can get you an app or something, like I said, you can, I mean, I don't always trust it because it didn't always work for me, but you got hookups and shit you can do. Go to somewhere, not bar, but like a little kid teen club, or if you're in high school, those exist because I've been to a few.
Me too. Club 7 used to be the shit.
Yeah, I forget the one we went to, but
Club
we was playing pool and shit. It was like Momo or some shit like that. I don't fucking, something weird. But yeah, just, it's pro tip from Homie to Hustle. There's more ways to get shit popping before you go grab the gun. You don't even gotta grab the gun. Fuck that. Yeah, just don't even do that shit. There's multiple ways you can get shit popping. If it don't work out for you sometime, hey, life is like that.
Before you do what you do, think if you had a daughter and she told a guy no, would you want him to go shoot her up?
Exactly. Simple as that.
Or if you were a woman and you told a guy no, would you want him to shoot you up?
Right.
Or if you told a woman no, would you want her to shoot you up?
Just quit shooting motherfuckers, just flat out. Like, leave that shit in the movies or the fake shit, like it's faking shit. I know a lot of people be like, oh man, you always talk all this shit, but you like watching movies that's violent as fuck. I'm like, yeah, because it's fucking a movie. Mm-hmm. It's not real. And like, oh, that can like make people want to go do it because they're influenced by it. I said, well, stop being so easily fucking influenced by media.
Right, like
simple
first
shit.
of all, like most of the games that I play are violent.
Most games everybody play are violent.
I mean, mind you, God of War is very mythical, and I mean, it's not as creative as historical, but I mean, like we've all played violent ass games.
Yeah, we all played Mortal Kombat.
I don't even fight. I can't. The last fight I got into was in high school, and that was just because the guy sexually assaulted a family member, and I wasn't down with that. Yeah. And furthermore, I did warn the people at school that I was going to mess him up if I saw him, and they didn't keep him away from me.
Right.
So that was kind of everyone else's fault, but I will take responsibility for it. You know, I did fuck him up, but I think he deserved it. I'm not sorry for that one.
Hey, fuck it.
But you know, like I don't fight people. I barely argue with people. I tell people all the time.
I don't care that much a lot of times to get into a fight with people. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you even get me to that point, bro. I don't care that much about you.
All the time, like at work especially, customers love to argue with me. You know, like we'll be out of limes or something. They want to be mad at me and argue with me because we don't. You got any limes? And I just tell them like, look, I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't have time to argue with you. Like exactly. I know with that. I don't like to argue.
I ain't been in a fight in a long time either because I just don't care, man. I'm like, these people start getting all huffy and puffy. I kind of just say something smart and laugh at them. sometimes it make them matter. I'm not sure. But a lot of people are pussies too, so they're not really gonna do nothing. They might get up in your face, but if you step back at them, they'll walk away. They don't really want no heat.
Life.
Yeah, so they don't really want no heat most times anyway. Unless they got some friends with them, then they want to be all big and bad, just like everything else. When they got, just like the racist motherfuckers, when they got a crowd with them or they got their gun, they like, yeah. But if they by themselves, they pussies. So a lot of times, you just let puss be puss. And just go about your business. At least that's how I handle shit. Pro tips, like I said, PSAs, life lessons, whatever you want to call it. Quit being so easily influenced and quit being so quick to do dumb shit. Those are your lessons for today on this Friday. The Home Video Hustle. Well, I'm glad we got to end on some laughs and shit, because we did talk about a school shooting and all this other crazy shit.
Right.
But for real though, like I said, it all come down to it, man. The gun should never be a resort to that type of shit. I would say last resort, but it shouldn't even be a thought. Like, motherfuckers, quit doing this dumb shit. I'm so sick of hearing about it. Sick of having to see people fucking crying and people having to do all this dumb shit because some little fuck boy was in his feelings about some dumb shit.
Right.
And like you said, if y'all just gotta have these fucking guns in your house, lock the goddamn things up and put the key somewhere where the kid can't get to it. You dumbasses. But if you want to holler at me about something, holler at PJ about something, whatever. Like I said, if you need some tips about, you need a little help somewhere, you can holler at me on the Twitter at capital H, capital V, capital H, capital P, lowercase I cast, HVH Podcast. Facebook is facebook.com/HVH Podcast. Instagram, we are Home Video Hustle Podcast. Just search it, I assure you we'll be there. On YouTube, type in Home Video Hustle, I assure you we'll be there too. New videos every Wednesday. Quick reviews, whenever the hell I review something. I just threw up the Deadpool 2 review a couple of days ago when you hear this. And I don't know, maybe there'll be some by the time you hear it. I've uploaded that, I think, on Sunday or Monday. And this is coming out Friday. We recording before that, of course. So there might be shit. So go check out our pages. Get t-shirts, redbubble.com. Type in HVH Podcast, type in Home Video Hustle. I assure you, shirts will be there. 5 different designs for you to choose from. Get your hustle on in style.
And be friendly, people. If you ever want to talk to me, you can hit me up at TheSpirit95 on Twitter.
There you go, see? Even on Twitter, see? Hey, holler at everybody. Hustle on with all the hustlers.
Since PJ's not here, I'm just going to say it. Hustle, motherfucking hustle.
There you go. Yeah, it ain't been said this whole show. Yeah, that's the thing, too. Like I said, PJ dealing with some, like, real bad shit going on right now. So I don't know when exactly he'll be back. I don't know if it'll be next week or when, because he got some shit he got to take care of. But if he's not here next week, it'll probably be us two again. And I don't know what the fuck we'll watch, because this was just picked out at random, because, of course, we had to change the scheduling up again a little bit.
I didn't feel right saying that because it's his catchphrase and I didn't want to take it, but I felt like it needed to be said.
I'm sure he's just happy somebody said it, because it's in the intro, but now it's on the actual audio. So there it is.
That's for you, PJ.
Damn right. So, in case you didn't know or you forgot who was talking to you, I'm Brent.
I'm the Spirit.
Have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good whatever the fuck day you listening to this on. Be good to each other. Stop doing dumb shit. Like I said, think before you act. If you need some tips about anything, you can holler at me on Twitter. I will gladly help you if it will keep motherfuckers from shooting up schools. Life is a lot more simple when you got somebody to talk to. So hey, that's what I'm here for. Holler at me. And I ain't really joking. Like, for real, if you really feel it fucked up, you need somebody to talk to. Fuck if I holler at me. I'd rather that than you do dumb shit. And that is at HVH Podcast on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You can fucking comment on the YouTube video. I don't care. I'll see it. You can get at me too many different ways. So I will say, peace.
Peace.
There you go. I was gonna say peace too.
Oh.
Peace from all of us.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here.
Listen to me. Please listen. If you don't, if you won't, if you fail to understand, then the same incredible terror that's menacing me will strike at you!
Are you ready to enter the sci-fi double feature drive-in? Every month we hold a special double feature with a very interesting theme thought up by your host, the conspiracy-loving Elisa, and yours truly, Jarrett the Kaiju Man Wegelin. We discuss giant monsters, little monsters, genetic abominations, robots gone awry, aliens coming to Earth, cryptids, and anything in between. So join us at the Sci-Fi Double Feature Drive-In Podcast every first and third Thursday of the month. And don't forget to stop by our snack bar first.
Hi, guys. We interrupt your favorite podcast to interrupt you with an ad for your new favorite podcast.
Wait. Isn't this playing on somebody else's show?
Exactly.
So then how are we... I thought we were their new favorite podcast.
Well, we're going to become their new favorite podcast after they hear this advertisement for our show. What's our show called, Justine?
Superiority Complex.
Yeah? Where can they find us, Patrick?
Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. You can go to @SoupComplex on Twitter, SOUP Complex, and you can go to Facebook.com/SoupComplex. But our main page is on Podbean, and you can find us there at www.superioritycomplex.podbean.com. New episodes are out every Thursday. Justine,
Yes.
what do we talk about on the Superiority Complex?
Nerdy stuff.
Perfect.
Don't get all sensual with your voice.
Yeah, did you hear that?
I heard it. It's a little inappropriate.
If you want to hear a little more of that, tune in to the Superiority Complex. One more time, Justine, what do we talk about?
Nerdy stuff.
Nah, wasn't
No.
the same. You tried.